Hey guys, you're welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another banging recipe, and today I'll be making this delicious tomato sauce which I'll be pairing with some boiled yams. This sauce is not just delicious, but it is very simple to make and it requires just a few ingredients which you most probably have lying around in your kitchen. So if you want to learn how I made this sauce, stay tuned and watch the end of this video. And without further ado, let's dive right into it. So here I have some raw yams which are already peeled. I will soak this for a few minutes. I'm adding some white vinegar. This is going to stop the whole coloring process. I mean, we all know how yams tend to change color when you're peeling them. The white vinegar is going to prevent that from happening. If you don't have white vinegar, you can replace with apple cider vinegar. Just add a little to the water. I'll leave this soak for a few minutes and then I'll come back and give them a good rinse about 3 to 4 times before cooking this. So while we're waiting for this, let me introduce you all to some of the ingredients. So here are some of the ingredients which I'll be using. Like I said earlier, this recipe requires just a few ingredients. So here I have 1 large bell pepper, green bell pepper that is kind of mixed with yellow, and I have onion and tomato mix. I have 2 large onions. You need a lot of onion for this recipe, hence why I have 2 large onions. I have atarodo, also known as Scotch bonnet. I have the red and the green. You can use only the red if that is what you have, it's fine. I have tomatoes. This is tomato sauce, so you need a lot of tomatoes for this recipe, hence why I have a lot. So I'm just going to give them a good wash and we'll chop them. So I've just washed and seed my bell pepper and I'm going to be chopping it into cube sizes. And I know it's not the most uniform cube sizes because some are big, some are small, but whatever, this works for me. It must not 100% be uniform, you know. You can also choose to cut yours into strip sizes, that is fine. Just do whatever works for you. I've also washed my onions and I'm going to be chopping that in a bit. Please check the description box for the full ingredient and measurement list. It's going to be listed there. Follow me on IG if you're not already doing that. My handle is at Fiffys_corner. Thank you very much. So I'm done chopping my bell pepper and onions and I'm just going to set this aside and we'll move over to our tomatoes. So onto my fresh tomatoes, I already gave this a good wash and I already took out the seed. As you can see, what I did was open them up one after the other and I took out the tomato seed. The reason for this is because I don't want it to take too much time when frying up and I don't want my sauce to be watery in any way, so I always do this. It's advisable you do this. So I'm just chopping it into smaller sizes like so, and I'm going to set aside when I'm done. So onto my Scotch bonnet, there are 2 ways you can do this. You can use your electric grinder for this. This came with my blender. If you don't have this, you can use the regular hand grinder. This is the regular stainless hand grinder. I'm sure almost everyone has one of this in their kitchen. This is what I'm going to be using. I'm quickly going to grind this and I'll set this aside with the rest of the other ingredients which are already prepped, and we'll move over to our yams. So to my pot of boiling water, I'm going to add in my washed yam. I'll be seasoning with a little salt and I'll leave this to cook for 15 minutes on medium heat, after which the yams should be ready. But while we're still waiting for this to cook, let's quickly make our sauce. So here in my pan, I already have some vegetable oil heating up on medium heat, and to that I'm going to add my chopped onions. I'll fry this for a few minutes until the onions becomes translucent. Then I'll add in my homemade ginger and garlic paste. The full video for this ginger and garlic paste recipe is going to be linked in the description box, so please do not forget to check that out because I also shared some tips on how to preserve your paste for a long time and all whatnot. So now I'm going to add in my pepper, my Scotch bonnet, and I'm also going to add in my chopped tomatoes, and I'm just going to mix this properly to combine. So now I'm going to add in my spices and I'm going to mix this properly so it marries well with the sauce, and we'll leave this to fry up for about 8 to 10 minutes on medium heat, and we'll come back and check on the sauce. So it's 10 minutes later and our sauce is ready. This has fried up nicely. When you see the oil floating on top like so, you know the sauce is good to go. So now I'm just going to add in my chopped bell peppers and I'll stir one more time and I'll turn off my heat, and voila, our delicious tomato sauce is ready. You can pair this with some boiled yams like I did, or some rice or some spag or whatever you want basically. If you recreate this recipe, please tag me on Instagram, like this video if you enjoyed watching it, share this video, subscribe to my channel if you're yet to do so, and turn on your post notifications so you'll be the first to get alerted whenever I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, bye.